JC from college Mithi Bai, and then I pursued for my fashion designing degree course from a London-based university.
Okay.
My background, my family has always been in connection some other way with fashion. Like you say, in terms of garments or fashion, they always has been a way in terms of having their own store or working in regards to it or trading of the garments.
Okay.
Staying up to date, it's like you eat your food, you need to eat food to survive, and we the designer have to be updated and upgraded to survive in the market. So I read a lot of magazines, I do surfing over the internet in regards of fashion, and I do visit few of the fashion shows. And yeah, I do forecast for the fashion, the upcoming fashion for the season, like what colors are going to suit for the coming season, and what fabrics are going to, go along with it. And of course the Bollywood celebs, they are the biggest icon that we need to, keep an eye on, because people are usually going to adopt what the celebs wear, and they're going to be the trendsetter and we are going to follow them. Starting my own business was never an idea, it was in fact like a nightmare. But yeah, like I used to work with a stylist and a designer over a few months. And then gradually, like I was sitting one night, like having my coffee, and I was thinking, what am I doing? Like, have I studied for so long for something like this? And then suddenly, like the small calculations turned over, and I realized that I somewhere had the urge to, be on the stage, on the platform, not working on the backstage. So yeah, and I had the confidence that my family is anyways going to support me. In fact, they would love me working on my own. And so I started with my own business.
Okay.
Challenging part, it has many aspects in fact. Challenging was when I started with my own business. I thought it would be a smooth journey, but no, it had a lot of thorns that I had to cut off to make my journey smooth. And even the management of the unit, the styling, the patterning, everything seemed to be very challenging when I started my own business. And managing people is like a real tough job. So a successful designer first need to learn how to manage their own unit.
Okay.
Of course, creativity always has some trigger over me many a times, because it's like moving your lid over the paper and putting colors on the paper is easier. Like you draw some design, but putting that practical, and are my target customers won't accept that. Like making a garment was more easier, but having the confidence that people are going to accept that was difficult. So yeah, many times many ideas came over the garment, but even that stopped me. That are people going to wear that? Is that practical over the time? So that was challenging for me too. As I told, my family was always into fashion, somewhere or the other connections, so that was already in me. And yeah, when I was a kid, I remember when I was schooling, I told my mom that don't bother about my future because it's already decided I want to be a designer.
Okay.
So she was confirmed that it's going to be something in terms of the fashion.
Okay.
And I remember there was time when I had 2 pair of clothes for a month, and I made sure that I wear in the way that it doesn't look same all the time. And some of the styling I always used to make when I was a kid.
Okay.
My future plans is to be a renowned designer. Now I know it has to be like dream, and technically if you say it has to be a dream, but no, for me it's a plan, because dreams are always good in fairy tales but not in real life. So it's my plan to be a renowned fashion designer. For a successful career, you need to know how to manage your unit, as I said before. So managing is the difficult task, and you have to deal with them like a family. You cannot be a boss to them, because once you're a boss to them, they would never work for you. And illustration is something, it's easy to draw on a paper, but to make that exact piece to come in real is difficult. So making them work as you want your garment to be is really tough. And you need to know each and everything for fashion also. Like from holding the needle to making the garment ready, you should know all the steps for that. Because if you don't know that, your workman would kill you and rip you apart. They'll fool you. Workshops, I have to reach there by 9. And I give them work, I see how it's going, I have to do my pattern making, the styling, everything, and then I have to rush for my exhibitions and shows also, because I do that on a regular basis. I also have to manage the survey for the fabric, because I cannot skip that while I'm working for my own self. I have to be updated for the fashion also, so I do visit the fashion shows or upcoming events or exhibitions which are happening currently. So I have to manage my own timetable for the day. The ones which I like about myself is my dedication towards the word. I'm never distracted. Like I talk about my personal life. I'm young enough to go over with my friends or something. But when it's the option between two, like my work or my friends, I am always to my work, and my friends hate me for that. And the other thing I need to improve in myself is I have to divide my day to both my personal and my profession, which is needed. I cannot be only workaholic, but I need to manage. So yeah, that's something I'm working on, like even for my personal life. It's basically, I refer to major of the fashion magazines and even the sites. Like I keep surfing on the internet over the sites and the fashion shows, the Lakme, the international fashion. So I'm more over into westerns. So I go and I look a lot for the international fashion shows. Ethnic is very pure, very Indian, very traditional, very girly, very womanish, and Western is something you go over the flow. You just have to pick up your dress, where it's very much Western. You have no ethnics over there. So, but yeah, I'm more into the Western one, more into the drapes and the flows and the cuts. Don't work with the pressure. Don't be like, I have to finish this assignment, so I'm working. Love your work, enjoy your love, be the fashion, wear your fashion, be your loudest and love your work. That's it I want to say.